Yeah, so you're probably wondering, why am I out in my woodshed washing up when it's 10 degrees outside? Well, there's a really logical explanation for that, and it's because the goats are now living in our bathtub. I know this is America and everybody has goats in their bathtub. I mean, what's the big deal, right? But I'm just a little more shy than that. I don't like washing up with goats in my bathtub, so that's why I'm out here in the woodshed, washing my hair and trying to smell decent to go to church, because the goats are now living in our bathtub. Okay, so here's our crazy goat story, and I apologize for the audio. I don't have the greatest microphone to be doing voiceover recordings like this, but I'm trying to do the best I can. Bear with me. It won't be that great of an audio, but hopefully you'll enjoy the videos and such. So, a couple weeks ago, the kids wanted to go down and check on the goats before I went out and fed all the animals. I said, sure, go ahead, come back up and watch your brother so I can go feed the animals when you're done. Just be a few minutes, you know. So the girls go down there. A few minutes later, Brooke comes running back. Dad, Sage had her baby. Sage is one of the goats. Sage is the white goat, and we have Hazel and Nutmeg as well. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, why on earth is this goat having its baby? I didn't expect any baby goats for at least another month. I was hoping a little bit longer than that, but I figured at the earliest it'd be at least another month before we'd be dealing with baby goats. So it was 5 degrees out at the time, and I'm like, oh my goodness, all right, this is not something I really want to deal with tonight. But so Brooke and Autumn came back up to the house to hang out with Tristan, and I went down to the horse trailer where Caitlin was with the goats. We have the goats in the horse trailer. We have a 20-foot stock trailer, and the goats were climbing out of their pen where we had them before because the snow was so deep they could just walk right over the fencing. So we've kept them in the horse trailer for the last several weeks, and they seem to really enjoy it. Actually, we let them out every so often, and they go walking around, and then they go back in the horse trailer because it's nice and warm in there. So I get down to the horse trailer, and Caitlin's with the baby goat, and she's like, Dad, its ears are frozen. I mean, they're really cold. And I'm like, all right. So I go over and feel them. His little ears were frozen solid. I mean, almost half the ear was like frozen solid. I mean, not just cold, but I mean, frozen stiff. So I got them in my hands, started warming them up, and I'm thinking, what are we gonna do with this goat, right? I mean, it's gonna be 5 below out tonight. I have no place to keep this goat warm. We could bring it in the house, but what we're going to do with the mom, I don't have something to contain the mother in while she's in the house. I don't know what we're going to do here. So I'm thinking, all right, we can tie the mom up on the porch, give her some hay and get her settled in on the porch. We'll bring the baby in the house, and then I'll just have to bring it outside to nurse every hour or two. And I'm thinking, that's okay for tonight, but what about the rest of the week? I mean, this isn't going to be a one-night thing. We're talking like the next week, maybe 2, depending on the weather, before this guy can go back outside. I'm like, all right, that's not going to work. So I thought we could get the wood stove. I've got a couple old wood stoves. We can take one of those. We can rig it up in the horse trailer somehow to keep it warm. And I could just feed a bunch of firewood to it. And then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, that's a terrible idea. I just don't like that idea at all. This is miserable. We're going to go through a quart of firewood trying to heat this place for a week to keep this thing alive until the temperatures warm up a little bit. So there was no way around it. The only thing we could do, the only thing that made logistical sense and economic and time-wise and everything else we've got going on and what'll fit in our schedule and our day and our life at the moment, was to bring the mom and the baby into the house so that the baby could be with the mom and I wouldn't have to nurse it, and that it would be warm enough that it wouldn't freeze to death. So how do you bring a baby goat and a mama goat into your house when you have a 24 by 24 basement, that's it, that you live in, off the grid, with your wife and 4 kids? Okay, we're getting third world here. But we brought them up to the house, got them in one of the black jet sleds we have for hauling stuff around the property and everything, and we got them in the kitchen so we at least get the baby warming up. And then I started thinking, what are we going to do? So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to build some kind of box, some kind of container, something I can put the goats in. not really coming up with anything. I thought, you know what? I got some plastic in the woodshed. We're gonna put them in the bathtub. So I got some plastic and lined the bathtub with it. Our bathtub's not finished because we're probably gonna end up changing what the bathroom is right now in the future when we build the rest of the house. The way it's set up down here is changing eventually. So I've never finished the bathtub. It just has 2x4s framing it out and some cement board backing that we never tiled or anything because we're gonna probably pull it apart anyway.
Looks like I'm getting ready to murder somebody.
So I thought, great, we'll put her in the bathtub. I got the plastic from the woodshed, lined the bathtub with it, screwed it up to the walls, the edges of the plastic up to the walls so it wouldn't fall back down in the bathtub. Then I thought, man, this goat's feet are gonna rip the plastic to pieces, her little hooves. So I went outside, got some cardboard. We put some cardboard down on top of the plastic, got some hay, some straw, some stuff, some loose stuff from down where we keep the bales of hay. Got some armloads of that, put it down on the bottom of the tub and for bedding, and good to go. All right, so we got mom and baby in the bathtub. Now, how do we keep mom from jumping out of the bathtub? Well, I had some 1x boards down, some 1-inch thick boards down by the sawmill, so I figured, you know what, I'll go grab some of those, brought them up here, got the snow and ice sort of cleaned off of them. They're pretty icy, but I figured it'll melt eventually when it gets in the house, and it's a bathtub, right? So it's made to get wet. So we brought the 1-inch boards into the bathroom, screwed them to the 2x4s framing out the bathtub stall, and built basically a wall so that the mama wouldn't want to be inclined to jump out of the bathtub. So fantastic, that was great. Now we got mama and baby in the bathtub and everybody's happy and warm and good. We can go to bed tonight. That's fantastic. Well, we can't use the bathtub. About a week down the road, the house starts smelling like Noah's Ark. Like seriously, we went to church in the morning and we came back and opened the door of the house that evening and I was like, okay, something has to change here. And then I was thinking, did it smell this bad when we left this morning, but we're so used to the smell we couldn't tell until now because we've been away all day, so our noses have cleared up and now we're finally noticing how bad our house smells. But whatever the reason was, we opened the front door and a bunch of windows and started airing that. It wasn't terrible smelling, but it was enough that it was obnoxious. I mean, it was there. It was like, you know, your buddy just went to the bathroom and then opened the door, never turned the fan on, and it's kind of oozing out into the house. And it's not gonna kill you, but it's not, you don't want to smell that. It's like, come on, man, take care of your business already. So, all right. So we got the house cleared out, ramped up the wood stove, doors and windows open, and I went and took some of the ashes from the wood stove, sprinkled that on top of the bedding that was already in there to kind of neutralize some of that ammonia and urine and stuff. Then went back down to the hay pile and rounded up a couple more armloads of loose chaff and hay and stuff from down there off the floor and put it into the tub for bedding, put another couple inches in there, and that was great, good. Well, the next day was fantastic. It was finally warming up. And it was going to be nice and warm, so I was like, great, tomorrow the goats are going back outside. So it got to like 45 degrees out. That night never even went below freezing, and they did fantastic. Now it's been about a week and a half and the goats are back in the horse trailer. The bathtub is now cleaned out and able to be bathed in, which is good because we were getting really stinky. No, we actually, we do a lot of our laundry and stuff at my parents', so we've been kind of taking advantage of their shower recently since ours was goat occupied. We do our laundry at my parents' house because we don't have a washer and dryer here. So once a week we take our laundry there, and we usually visit them on the weekends and stuff too. So middle of the week we go do laundry, and then usually twice a week we're over at their house. And other than that, we were kind of taking advantage of their shower every now and then when we got a chance to wash up. So goats are in the horse trailer. Everybody's doing fantastic. Little Nip's ears, my daughters have named him Nip because he got frost nip. Probably got frostbite. The very tips of his ears are stiff and starting to get hard, and I have a feeling that that skin is dead and it's gonna fall off. But there's no sign of infection. The swelling's all down in his ears. They were really swollen for the first couple of days, but that's all gone away. He's perfectly healthy, super energetic. Poor little guy. I mean, we live in we have a 24 by 24 basement that's capped off, walkout basement. We got bunches of windows on the south side, a bunch of the windows and the door on the east side of the house, of the basement. But it's 24 by 24, one room. I mean, the bathroom's not even technically a separate room. We have it sort of divided off and there's one solid wall, but it's not really a separate room. So there's me and my wife and our 4 kids and 2 goats in the bathtub. And that little guy, after he was about 3 days old, had so much energy and he just wanted to run around, run around. It's the middle of the night, I'd be laying in bed going, oh my word, Lord, give me some patience, because we got one baby's crying and not feeling good, and I got this goat running around the bathtub at night, banging on everything. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go sleep in the teepee. I swear, I'm just gonna grab my sleeping bag and go sleep in the teepee. And Steph's like, no, you're not leaving me here alone. Oh yes, and I almost forgot, by the way, while this was all going on with the goat, we had, when the baby was born, when the little goat was born, when Nip was born, we had about a foot of snow on the ground. And then when he went back into the trailer, just a little over a week later, we had over 4 feet of snow on the ground. It started snowing, and it snowed almost every day for a week, and we just got dumped on, and we were unable to get up and down the driveway with the vehicles anymore. My truck was snowed in up here at the house. The Durango we left parked at the bottom of the mountain, so we were able to get down the hill, and we were able to walk down the hill and get in and out where the town turns around and stops maintaining the road. And we'd leave the Durango parked down there, and then we would hike in and out. So again, like we were talking about, like to wash up and stuff, we'd go to my parents' house, do laundry, stuff like that, go to church. We were walking in and out every time. In fact, one of the times we were walking back in was Wednesday night after we did laundry, and that night they were forecasting 5 to 8 inches. We got over 15 inches of snow that night. So the forecasts weren't exactly that accurate. But we were hiking in, and it was dumping so hard that you turn the headlight on and you almost couldn't see. It was coming down so incredibly hard. And I thought the kids would be like miserable. Before, if anything like this happened and we had to hike in, the girls just, especially at night, they were tired, they wanted to get home, and not that they couldn't do it and they weren't like terrible about it, but there'd be some whining and crying. Sometimes when they were little, all out crying. But Tristan, man, he just like sat in that sled in his snowsuit and playing with the snow, and he was laughing and having a great time, and I was dragging him up the driveway behind me, and then the girls were running up and down in front of me. The snow was like over their heads, so they were like falling in it in their snowsuits and playing in it. And again, this is like at night, the girls are tired, they should be in bed already, and they had a blast. It was actually one of the most enjoyable evenings of us hiking in here, because we've done it before in the past, and that was definitely one of the better times, and I was not expecting that. I was really thrilled to death. I mean, they were troopers. My family, the kids, they're awesome. Steph's great, the girls, everybody does great. So yeah, life here on our Off the Grid homestead, creation bound. Hey, if you like us, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more, I'm really trying to get better at this. We're going to really ramp up this video stuff. So stay tuned, because there's going to be more coming. YouTube has a strange algorithm, so they're not exactly going to, even if you subscribe, they may not notify you if I post new videos, if we get new videos up. So hey, make sure you hit that little bell icon when you subscribe to our channel, and really check back often, see what we got going on. Bookmark us, like us, hang out with us. We'll see you later. All right, bye. What's in the bathtub?
Dodo.
Go-goat. What go-goat?
Dodo baby.
The go-goat's baby?
Yeah.
Yeah?